Have you ever heard of a city so magnificent, its golden walls were said to be built by the gods themselves? This was Troy, a city of immense wealth and power, standing proud on the shores of the Aegean Sea. But as with all great tales, a divine prophecy foretold its fiery end. Our story begins not with a war, but with a wedding in the heavens. All the gods were invited, except one, Eris, the goddess of strife. Furious, she tossed a golden apple into the feast, inscribed with the words, "For the fairest." 3 powerful goddesses laid claim to it: Hera, queen of the gods; Athena, the goddess of wisdom; and Aphrodite, the goddess of love. They turned to a mortal to settle their dispute: Paris, a handsome prince of Troy. Each offered him a bribe. Hera promised him dominion over all lands. Athena offered unmatched wisdom and victory in every battle. But Aphrodite whispered a promise that was far more intoxicating: the love of the most beautiful woman in the world, Helen of Sparta. Paris chose Aphrodite, and in that single moment, he sealed his city's doom. Keeping her promise, Aphrodite led Paris to Sparta. There, he met Helen, wife of King Menelaus, a woman whose beauty was legendary. Enchanted by Paris and swayed by the will of the gods, Helen abandoned her home and fled with him to Troy. When King Menelaus discovered his wife was gone, his rage was immense. He called upon his brother Agamemnon, the High King of Mycenae, and together they united the heroes of Greece. An armada of 1,000 ships set sail for Troy, their mission clear: bring Helen back and burn Troy to the ground. This was the start of the 10-year-long Trojan War. The Greek army was a force to be reckoned with. It included Achilles, the seemingly invincible warrior; Odysseus, the cunning king of Ithaca; and Ajax, a giant of a man. On the Trojan side, the noble Prince Hector, son of King Priam, stood as the city's greatest defender. For years, the plains before Troy were soaked in the blood of heroes. Achilles, fueled by a terrible rage, was an unstoppable force. But when his beloved friend Patroclus was killed by Hector, Achilles' fury turned to a cold, devastating grief. He hunted down Hector and, in a legendary duel, struck him down. In a moment of rare compassion, Achilles later returned Hector's body to his grieving father, an act of mercy that echoed through the ages. But even the great Achilles could not escape his fate. Guided by the god Apollo, Paris shot an arrow that found the one vulnerable spot on the hero's body: his heel. The mightiest of the Greeks had fallen, and a shadow fell over the battlefield. After a decade of stalemate, the clever Odysseus devised a final, desperate plan. The Greeks constructed a colossal wooden horse, claiming it was an offering to the goddess Athena. Then they pretended to sail away in defeat. The Trojans, overjoyed, believed the war was over and dragged the giant horse into their city as a symbol of their victory. That night, Troy celebrated. But as the city slept, Greek soldiers hidden inside the horse's hollow belly crept out. They opened the city gates, and the entire Greek army, which had only pretended to leave, swarmed in. Chaos erupted. Flames engulfed the Golden City, and the proud towers of Troy crumbled into dust. King Priam was killed, and Helen, the face that launched 1,000 ships, was taken back to Greece. And so, the magnificent city of Troy was destroyed, its glory turned to ash. But its story, a timeless epic of love, pride, honor, and betrayal, was immortalized by poets like Homer. Though its walls fell, the legend of Troy stands forever, a powerful reminder of the heights of human ambition and the tragic cost of war. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories from history and myth. See you next time.